Hey 3D Printing Voyager, here goes the first video, strictly speaking, for the 3D printers. Today we're going to talk about that little breakdown, when things just come to a stop, or block, or don't work, or you get the error message. You know, that little breakdown that really gets on your nerves, that's going to put a stop to your printing until you order the new piece. Unless you've got a survival kit. So what I'm going to show you actually is the survival kit that I use for these two printers. It gets me out of all sorts of little trouble. Didn't cost a lot to make up, the survival kit. And what you're going to see doesn't differ much for most printers. It's the same thing, but you order it for yours. I'll be ordering for Prusa i3s and FS1 Deltas, but you might be for another brand of printer. But you're going to need survival kits, whatever happens. So we're going to change view. I'll do a tabletop view and I'll go through a few of the pieces I've got in my survival kit. Okay, so we got the top cam set up. What's the first thing that happens normally when you start up your printer for the first few times? You get a block nozzle, and it's horrible getting the block nozzles and trying to unblock them, and you never seem to get them right again after they've been blocked, or you might go skew with the little drill bit. So what I did when I first ordered my printer was I ordered nozzles. I ordered lots of nozzles, lots and lots of nozzles, perhaps a few too many, but I got them in different sizes. The main ones we use are 0.4. That's the standard use that we use for everyday printing. It's always good to have some on hand. Get the right ones for your printer. They're not all the same. I have two different types. I have them for the Prusa i3 and for the Delta. We get the right ones, and while you're at it, they're not very expensive. Order have some 03, 02, 05s. That way you can change what you're printing. With a 05 you're going to print a little bit quicker because it's a larger nozzle. With a 02 you're going to print much finer and have much better details. So that's the nozzles. What comes next? Next comes the heater block. It's always good to have a spare heater block on hand. These can and will melt if you get a thermal runaway, or it's good practice to have one. It's good practice to have a whole hot end actually. So what I have the heating cartridge. I have one of these spare. Then the PTFE line tube, I also have one of these. Be careful, there are two lengths of PTFE tubes for Prusas and for the Deltas. Check which length yours is, undo it, check it out. The majority come in two different lengths. I can't remember quite the size of them. I can have a look though, if I just find my calipers, which are here. So this one, that's it, 26 millimeters, and this will probably be a 30 millimeter. 26 and 30 millimeter. The two, there are other sizes, but these are the major sizes that you get. So you want some of those. Then what you're going to need, because they go out as well, is thermistors. These are the temperature sondes that go into the heated block and under the heated bed. These are they send the signal that gives the temperature for the hot end, and there's one on the heated bed. They can go out as well, and it's always good to have them in hand. All these little items are going to save you a lot of trouble or waiting. If you're ordering from China, perhaps because you're on a low budget like me, you order from China, it's 20 to 30 days delivery time. If you do it beforehand and get this little survival kit going, it's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of bother. After that, fans. I use two types of fans, the 40 millimeter fans and these blower fans. So I ordered some. They weren't very expensive either. I ordered a few. I've already gone through one. The bearings started making a noise. I took it out straight away. Didn't want to play with it for the price of a new ventilator fan. Might as well get fans and put a new one in. After that, end stops, micro switches. These are the end stops for the printer. These can go out as well, or this little metal bracket can break, or they fly off sometimes because you get too much pressure on them. All these items do not cost a lot of money. What else have we got? That's more PTFE tubes. Belt. Order yourself some belt, because it does wear out, believe it or not. Or if especially on the Prusa i3s, if it jams up and the stepper motor's turning, it'll just wear its way through where it gets blocked. So it's always good to have some belt. What are we looking at? That someone made me laugh the other day. I saw this Copton tape. It's actually Captain tape, but there's a mark, there's a Chinese brand that calls it Copton tape. Made me laugh. So that goes around the hot end actually, just insulates it and keeps the heat in. Stops the heat from escaping from the hot end. Afterwards, what have we got here? Toothed wheels. It's the wheel that's inside the extruder. These are not permanent, they're not going to last forever. They do wear down. They're made of brass mainly. I do have some in stainless steel here, but they're made of brass mainly, and slowly but surely it wears a groove in, and you have to change it. These are a piece that has to be changed from now and again. You'll know when it gets worn down. The filament will just stop coming out properly, or it'll just grind into it. So you're better off having some of those in hand as well for that. Have them for both printers. Everything I have for both printers. These are the wheels with bearings for the carriages on the Delta that go up and down. Got those as well, spare. Linear bearings. Now, there are two schools when it comes to linear bearings. There are bushings and bearings. I changed my bearings out because I got the bearings that came with the Prusa were just, the balls were falling out literally when I was putting it together when it was brand new. So almost straight away I went for bushings. Now the bushings that I got, I'll cover this in another video. There's a file on Thingiverse for printing a holder for the bushings that's the same size as the linear bearings, and these are self-lubricating bushings. They're actually 2 fit in each one, and they replace the bearings. Had mine in for over a year now, no trouble whatsoever, but that I'll cover in another video. And there you have it, survival. Okay, well we'll cut off that. So just a quick run over them again. Nozzles, PTFE line tubes, heater block, heater cartridge, thermistors, belts, fans. All in all, there must be for about 50 euros, say $55 of no, not even $55. Around $50 worth of material there, but that is going to save your day. It's going to save your bacon. When that printer gets a little problem, you'll be able to fix it. And there you go. Well, we'll go back to the normal view and we'll talk about that again. There you go. That's the survival kit. A small outlay for security. You'll be able to get up and running, printing again within half an hour normally. Instead of waiting 30 days for that part you just didn't have. And remember, when you use them, renew your stock. Keep a good stock. I don't get much in the way of breakdowns. Get nozzle usage, of course. The nozzles that start, the filament comes out curly at the end. The nozzle's just used. Fans. Perhaps I should invest in better fans. I get the cheap ones. I've replaced 3 fans in a year, so it's not too bad when you think my printer's probably got 2,000 hours on it, the Prusa. And I've changed one fan on the Prusa. The one that uses up a lot of fans is the Delta. I don't know if it's the movement in the head that makes them vibrate against, I don't know. It seems to use it. Anyway, I'll stop babbling on. Okay, there you have it. That's the first video. I hope you liked it. I hope it's been useful for you. If it has, don't forget, subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing to subscribe. A little thumbs up as well. Talk to your friends about this new site. And I'll see you again on the next one. Okay, take care.